Dear black men, I'm a black woman that's tired. Tired. I'm tired of fighting for y'all. Notice how I said black men and say my black kings. I'm tired of getting beaten on by y'all. I'm tired. Every time I express my emotions, I'm just the aggressive black girl. I'm just a crazy black girl. I'm just your punching bag. When are y'all gonna stop and listen to us? When y'all gonna stop bashing us? Sometimes we just need somebody to listen to us. And that's the problem. Who's really there fighting for us?
A lot of our sisters, a lot of black women right now are going through a lot of relationship issues. What I want to say to black women right now, all of your problems can be traced. If you are a black woman dealing with issues with your mate, and shout out to my black men, my brothers, all of your problems with men can be related to, traced to, grow out of yourself. Let me say it again. Understand, overstand, and understand me. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me. Let me say it again, black woman. Your problems that you're having in your relationship with your husband, mate, fiance, companion, because you have a magnet in you that is attracting these types of people into your life. Now, black men, some of you can relate to this with your women. So brothers, you can relate to this with your queendom, but I'm talking to the sisters about their kingdom right now. You have a magnet in you. That magnet in you is called self-esteem. I'm talking about this right now in the new book I'm working on. For Sisters Only, The Rules of Romance. The new book coming out early next year. For Sisters Only, The Rules of Romance. But anyway, your self-esteem is your magnet. You could not have ended up with him if your self-esteem was not on the level at which he is vibrating. You would not be with him. And let me also clarify. When you walk out of his life, you don't have to slander him publicly. When you walk out of his life, you don't have to try to quote unquote expose him. People who respect themselves can move on. They don't have to come back for revenge. People who love themselves can move on. They don't have to come back for revenge. See, your pain body, it has to suffer because you made bad decisions in your past. Black woman, self-esteem is your problem, not your man. Self-esteem is your problem. Let me say this. If you love companionship more than you love peace of mind, if any black woman out there loves companionship more than you love peace of mind, if any sister is listening to me right now, if you love companionship more than you love peace of mind, you will never have peace of mind. Let me repeat it. If you love having someone in your life more than you love peace of mind, if companionship is more important than peace of mind, you will never have peace of mind. See, low self-esteem women have certain things in common. First of all, if you are a low self-esteem woman, you don't have standards. You only think you do. Let me repeat that again. If you are a low self-esteem woman, you don't have standards. You think you have standards, but because you're so thirsty for companionship, and companionship is more important than peace of mind, when you meet a man who does not match the standards you think you had, stay with me, sisters. Stay with me, sisters. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand the most requested black scholar in the world right now. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand the most requested black scholar in the world right now. Listen, a low self-esteem woman cannot, by virtue of mental condition, have standards for her men. You can't, because the fact that you have low self-esteem dictates your romantic behavior. The fact that you have low self-esteem dictates your relationship behavior. And because you have low self-esteem, you will take anything that comes to you. So how can you have standards when you will take anything that comes to you? A woman with low self-esteem don't have standards. You can't. A low self-esteem man don't have standards. Low self-esteem people can't have standards for relationship because they're so thirsty for companionship. They're looking for someone to love them. They're looking for someone to tell them they're worth more than what they think they're worth. And this is what I want to say to my black women, because I love y'all. If you are looking for a man to value you more than you value yourself, you will be looking for the rest of your life. If you are looking for a man to value you more than you value yourself, you will be looking for the rest of your life. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a sneaker store and you picked up a pair of shoes and the shoes were $80 and you told the owner, the clerk, I love these shoes so much that even though they only cost $80, I'm going to give you $100. Have you ever overpaid for something? Have you ever offered more money than what was being required for the merchandise? You've never done that. Have you ever had a meal at a restaurant and the meal was so good that they charged you $60 for the meal and you said, because this meal was so great, I'm going to pay $100? You might leave a tip, but you're not going to pay twice for the meal. You're not going to pay twice the price for the meal. You're not going to pay twice the price for the vacation just because you liked it. You're not going to pay twice the price for the pocketbook or the shoes or the home just because you liked it. Nobody pays twice the worth that the owner puts on their property. Nobody pays twice the amount of the worth that the owner puts on their property. So black woman, if you're waiting for a man to tell you that you are worth more than the value you place on yourself, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. Your self-esteem dictates how you attract men to you. Your self-esteem dictates the quality of the conversation you have with men. Your self-esteem dictates how long you will put up with things you don't want to put up with. Two women, same man. One stays, one moves on. The difference was self-esteem. Two women, same man. One stays, one moves on. The difference, self-esteem. And you cannot fabricate your level of self-esteem. A woman can tell a man's self-esteem after being around him for a few weeks, and a man can tell a woman's self-esteem having been around her for a few weeks. How you feel about yourself cannot long be hidden from strangers. I repeat it again. How you feel about yourself cannot long be hidden from strangers. I will repeat it again. How you feel about yourself cannot long be hidden from strangers. The good news is you can repair your self-esteem. The good news is you can raise your self-esteem. The good news is you can improve your self-esteem. Now, a lot of women think that if they make the outside look better than how they feel about the inside, their self-esteem will go up. Save your money. Don't get your tummy tucked. Save your money. Don't get your breasts redone. Save your money. Don't get your ass lifted. Save your money. Don't do any of those things that you're thinking is going to raise your self-esteem, because it's not. It will raise your public image, but it will not raise your self-esteem, because one of the rules you need to understand about self-esteem is that nothing outside of you can raise it. Let me say it again. I'm such a psychologist. I'm such a psychologist. I'm going to say it again. Don't pay that money to get your breasts fixed up. Don't pay that money to get your ass lifted. Don't pay that money to get your hips widened. Don't pay that money to get your tummies tucked, because I'm telling you right now, your self-esteem will go through a honeymoon period. You're going to think your self-esteem went up, and it's going to go back down, because in all reality, it has went nowhere. Your self-esteem is not low because your ass is flat. Your self-esteem is not low because your breasts are saggy. Your self-esteem is not low because you got a little gut. That is not why your self-esteem is low. Your self-esteem is low for many of you sisters, as you have been walking around with the internalized voice of your mother or father playing inside of your subconscious non-stop on auto replay your entire life. You have yet to purge the internal voice of mommy or daddy. For sisters only, relationships and dating coming soon. The new book. For sisters only, relationships and dating coming soon. I'm gonna grow it back. But I'm just chilling right now. Let me do Papa. Let Papa do Papa right now. Let Papa do Papa right now. Cincinnati, I will see you Sunday. Brooklyn, I will see you next Saturday for the Black Parent Boot Camp. Anyone wants to come to the Black Parent Boot Camp, register drumarjohnson.com. Anyone wants to come to the Black Parent Boot Camp, register drumarjohnson.com.